This is the basket. This is an egg. Metaphor. I learned that in school.
Homeschool works! Hey everyone, welcome back to Fromania. And welcome back to the fanciest Lego recording studio within 1 square mile of this location.
Yay!
And honestly, don't fact check us on that because some of you might be creating Lego content next door and your studio might be cooler than ours. Welcome back to the Lego table with us today, where we have a fantastical news story for you today. It is a news story that contains all kinds of magical and wonderful elements. There's zombies in this story. There's snakes in this story. There's a carrot in this story. And it's about hidden treasure.
Okay.
It is.
Okay. Like.
It's not?
No.
I thought we were telling that story.
No, that's a different video.
Okay, that's not the story we're telling for you today.
Goodness.
The story we're telling for you today is our journey of attempting to become Lego masters. Now, in front of us on the table, you will see a pile of broken bricks. And when they all are laid out like this, it really looks like nothing good can come out of it. Disorder, chaos, colors, shapes, pieces, all of these things just piled up in a mound of nothingness. And I'll fast forward to the end of our story you're going to hear today. It felt a little bit like this at one point. The story started back in September. I came home from work one day and Micah and Michelle were so excited. He had been perusing some Lego news sites and he found a really exciting article.
Fox was casting for a first season of Lego Masters Junior in America.
Lego Masters, the amazing hit Fox television show, was finally doing it. They were finally bringing out Lego Masters Junior. So Micah asked, "Can I apply for Lego Masters Junior?" And I was a champion father and said, "Yeah, we can, but a lot of people are going to apply and we're probably not going to hear anything." Wasn't it like the bastion of life and encouragement to you?
That gave me so much hope.
So we pulled up the application and we're kind of staggered by how extensive the application was. So many questions, so many things went within it. If you looked at it online yourselves, you know what we're talking about. So we took the time to fill out this application, click send, it went off into the internet webs, and honestly, I didn't think about it again.
Forgot about it. Not forgot about it because we didn't want to very, very badly, but because we knew the odds of them actually seeing our application and coming back on it was very unlikely.
I was such an encourager that I deflated his hopes before we got started. And that was so wrong and bad of me. So fast forward about a week and a half after clicking submit on that application, and I'm out at a work lunch and I see my phone ringing. And the phone was ringing and it had a blocked number. And something in the back of my mind went, what if that was Lego Masters calling? And I will tell you, that was not Lego Masters calling. But on my drive home from that lunch, this is what's so crazy. On my drive home from that lunch, we got a call. And it was a call that Micah's application had been seen and things had been set into motion with the casting process for Lego Masters. So I picked up the phone. That's a phone. Boys, like, back in the old days, phones used to have a bend to them.
We learned about that in our ancient history class.
I picked up the phone, gave him a call, and what went through your mind when I called to tell you Lego Masters had called?
Shoot! Was basically my thought, because we had a Disney trip scheduled over the filming, and I'm like, now they've called, and it's like we don't get to do it.
Yeah, we knew the film dates because they put it on the Lego Masters application. We've got to be very careful with this because there's a lot that we shouldn't talk about that we can't talk about. But anyone who looked at this application saw that there were film dates. We sent off the application. We had a Disney trip planned. Now Lego Masters calls. Fast forward, we end up moving that trip so that we can have the freedom to walk through this process. So we begin that. We begin the Lego Masters casting process. And I wish we could tell you about the process because it was unbelievable. But we can't. We're going to leave you hanging on that. But it was an incredible journey in which we met some incredible humans along the way. You know, there's a lot of stereotypes, there's a lot of conversation, there's a lot of opinions about what people who work in Hollywood are like. The people that we worked with were incredible.
Yeah.
It was the most exciting, enjoyable journey. So we were off to the races with Micah and Lego Master casting. That said, partway through the journey, a change happened. And now Kaleb was in the mix.
Yay!
Now the brothers were in the mix for casting for Lego Masters Junior. We tried to keep our expectations in line the whole time. Tried to not get our hopes up, tried to not get too excited. We knew that there are some incredible Lego builders out there.
I kept my hopes up. I think I was more excited than him when he got the application.
Kaleb's hopes were like a 10 the whole time. Kaleb is our hopeful, optimistic, good news boy. And he was so dead set on this thing. And he drove so much optimism and hope. As the journey kept moving and day after day went by and communication after communication happened and thing after thing happened, we were like, this is actually moving forward. Like, the excitement was really beginning to build. Micah, where would you put your optimism in the journey?
It ranged from like a 2 to a 9 at different times.
There were times that we were really confident, and there were times that we were not as confident. All the while, with Mr. Optimism just pushing us forward. We got this, we got this. So as day after day and week after week went by, and the recording period getting closer and closer and closer and closer, we were getting ever more confident. And we were starting to put all of our eggs in one basket. Like, this is legitimately going to happen.
This is the basket. This is an egg. Metaphor. I learned that in school.
Homeschool works! We were getting so hopeful, so optimistic, that legitimately these boys were going to be Lego Masters. As all good stories unfold, there's always conflict, drama, something bad that happens. And as the process was drawing to a close, we received the dreaded notification that you guys would not be on Lego Masters Junior. And at that point, I don't want to minimize anyone's loss, anyone's pain, anyone's trauma, anyone's hurt, because everyone's hurt, pain, trauma is very unique to them. But at that point, legitimately, everything felt like this broken pile of Legos. How did you feel, Kaleb?
I mean, I remember we were at a restaurant and my face was on the table. I was just crying. I was so set, like, this is what we're going to do. And planning, like, it got so close to the timeline, it felt like they've already picked the person. So, like, I was like 50-50. Like, is it going to happen or not? They already picked someone and didn't happen.
Micah, how were you feeling in that moment?
I was in shock.
Yeah, I don't want to say that we were prideful or boastful that we were going to be selected. We were just feeling confident. And these two boys just crushed everything. And it was a bit of a shock. And it truly, to me at least, felt like this. It felt like all of these pieces just got broke. And I'm like, well, that is a chaotic, stinky mess in front of us. And again, I don't want to minimize hurt. This is a very small thing in the grand scheme of life. But it really felt broken in that moment. It was a beautiful journey. It was an incredible process. And it was filled with so many amazing moments and memories that we're truly going to remember. But here's the cool thing about all of these broken Legos on the table, is that Lego doesn't stay broke.
Because you can build metaphors.
All of these pieces that feel disconnected and broken, they're here to build with, right? And what do we do with broken pieces in our house?
We build with them.
We build with them. So we took that first night to just be sad as a family. And sad we were. But the next day, we recognized something. And that's that these two guys, they did what was unbelievable, right? I don't know how many people applied for Lego Master Junior. And these guys made it into the process. And not only did they make it in the process, they stayed in the process. And they stayed in the process, and they stayed in the process, and they stayed in the process until what seemed like the very end. And that was a significant accomplishment. That was a reflection of just how talented, gifted, and passionate they've become with these bricks in their hands. So we decided to do what not every family might have chosen to do. We decided to go to a celebratory dinner.
Yay!
We went to our favorite hibachi grill, and we celebrated the amazing work, the amazing success that these guys were able to accomplish in this Lego Masters process. And afterwards, we went to Walmart, and we found ourselves doing what we often do when we're a little sad. We were just walking around looking at the Lego aisle. We saw that Walmart had a special promotion going on. And with a certain price point of purchase, you could get
a Lego Master trophy.
These amazing Lego Master trophies. These incredibly cool little Lego Master trophies. And I thought, what better way to cap off this experience than with these two icons that you two along the way might not be on Fox's first season of Lego Masters Junior, but you both truly are Lego Masters. And you both truly have mastered the craft of brick in a way that you'll continue to grow and continue to excel within this. So here's what we've chosen to do. We've chosen to take the broken pieces from this experience, the disappointment, and we can't say that we weren't disappointed, and grow from it. And we are now working harder and building more and pushing ourselves harder so that if Lego Masters Season 2 comes back for the juniors, they are putting their names in the hat and they're going full send and they're going to build some mind-blowing stuff. In life, we can choose to leave the broken pieces on the table and we can look at them and be like, this is so sad. And it is sad. But we don't need to be defined by the broken pieces on the table. We need to let the broken pieces propel us to do better and to do more in life, right? Because here's the realization. We all love a good comeback story. Do you like a comeback story?
Yes.
Do you like a comeback story?
I like Hallmark movies.
Comeback stories cannot happen without setback stories. So we've now had our setback story, and we're ready for a comeback story. We're ready to see what happens with the broken bricks and see what is ahead for Fromania bricks. And we're excited and hopeful that the first season of Lego Masters Junior blows all of the ratings out of the water, that the amazing kids that were chosen to be on that show build their best, do incredible things so that we'll get a Lego Masters Junior Season 2. And we need all of you to go watch Lego Masters Junior Season 1 when it comes out. No idea when that's going to be. And either way, there's no guarantee that we'll ever be on it. Whatever breaks in front of us, we're going to pick up the pieces and we're going to build something beautiful with them. And we hope that that becomes your life story as well. That when the broken pieces are laid out in front of you and you're like, man, nothing good can come out of this, that you reach your hands into the pieces and you start taking things and you start building things and you create beauty out of what was broken. And on top of all of that, we need you to remember this, that smiles, they truly are contagious. So we need you to go out there and we need you to give more,
do more,
share more,
and love more. And whatever you do, remember to always show your smile.
'Cause it's contagious. Basically, key truth is get rid of all brick separators that take apart all your hardware.